Hello, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be doing two episodes for you. First episode is going to be an individual review, more of an initial impression. Not sure if I'm going to do a full review afterwards because I'm not quite sure if I'll keep the fragrance because I bought quite a few fragrances lately, and this is one of the latest ones of 2024 release. And this fragrance is a flanker to Amin line from House of Mugler, not Thierry Mugler anymore, and this is called Phantasm. Okay, this the fragrance, and there are two versions: Angel Phantasm and then like the Amen. So I got obviously the men's one. It's a standard 100 ml size, and this is typical, like like a flanker. You can see at the background I kept what some of the remaining ones that I have. I had almost all the Muglers. I still would say I'm still one of the biggest fan of Mugler house. And when Thierry Mugler, it was under Thierry Mugler, they had a lot of interesting fragrance like Pure Tonka, Coffee, Leather. Ultimate was later. There was also Crypto Mint, which was like something after Ultra Zest. There are many other, and there are a few of the ones that I could not find, like Pure Chili. I had Beeman also, yeah, and I had Metal Flask version of Amen, original Amen, and then I wanted to try Pure Malt Creation. These two, Pure Chili and Pure Malt Creation, and then perhaps there was one more. I don't remember. There was a Urban, like Pure Amen Urban or something like that. Then I also had Pure Energy and Pure Shot, and now I have Mugler Cologne and few of the other ones, right? Because nowadays I have way too many fragrances. Sorry, I have way too many fragrances. I get rid of them. So why I decided to get this, I'll tell you a story. And this is very expensive at this point. I paid almost $130 for this, if not more. And we'll see if this is any good. I'm putting the fragrance on my hand, and let's start with the presentation. And there's something like the new Mugler, like this already has been in the game now, like the new ownership. I think I don't know who took it over. I don't remember. Maybe Revlon. I don't know. I don't want to assume, but they are missing something of the essence of original Thierry Mugler. Anyway, looks nice. Okay, 100 mil, and these are EDP Sensual. I don't know what that means, but it's I guess their own branding of concentration. Okay, like this so far for the box. Let me clear out my throat. Sorry, I am having still some cold problem. So the sad part I was saying, like before, when you purchase any of these fragrances, I would not say with everything. I don't know. I still didn't check, but it used to come with a card, inside, and that you enter the number, then you are eligible for their membership of a club or their, whatever membership. And then if you're in UK, they will send you some gifts like lotion or something. I heard that. So I never got any, but I missed that card, the signature card. But now they put the code inside, you can scan. I don't know what you're gonna get. So one of the main reasons for me to buy this bottle was this bottle itself. Okay, these are some of the most iconic looking bottles. You can see I have Pure Havan, Pure Malt, Amen. The juice level pretty down on both. Pure Havan still got about 70%. This star, right? It's very iconic. First time I saw one of these bottles, I always wanted to collect Pure Havan. But the first, I wanted to collect that first, but in Malaysia, they only had Ultra Zest and Amen, these two. So I got those. And then I have Angel, I had Alien Man, Mirage, many of the other ones. But this one is kind of like the silver star. It looks pretty nice. It looks like a meteorite. Okay, I have a watch that has that color. And the rest of it is the typical rubber metal rubber flask, you can call that, and the typical bottle. You see everything is engraved, I think. And then first thing you do, what you do when you get a bottle quiz, yeah, you can see it's nasty already. I do first thing, cut it off. I'm gonna do this taking my time. I do not bother anymore doing quick reviews because when I speak fast, I miss out a lot of things. Yeah, you see that it's looking pretty ugly, not a very nice job, but I did take a pen and whatever called paper cutter and I cut it off. Do you know why? When you get this first, it's very known factor in the community. These are some of the worst sprayers, especially in the rubber bottles, like rubber flask, metal, whatever, rubber flask, okay? Because you do not know where you're actually pressing, and then you do not know the exact location of the atomizer. Even if you know, it doesn't want to spray. It sprays like really pretty poor. When you take it out like this, you don't cut it off. You just keep it there so you can put it back a little bit, and it stays. You cannot tell, but it significantly improves the performance of the spray. Even with this on, check out the spray. Okay, really big. Without cutting it, it will be like little, you know. So I'm wearing the fragrance on my shirt and my hand both. I'm going to respray there. Okay, maybe one more. Okay, so sprayer is very good, and these bottles after a while they may melt. Some of the bottles that I have, old bottles, they can melt. The rubber can melt. Okay, so now let that settle down. Let me tell you the notes from Fragrantica: pink pepper, bergamot, citruses, chocolate, as in dark chocolate, clarisage, and patchouli. Not as complex as original Amen, which is right there. That's the blue juice. Sorry, it's strong. And that fragrance is known to be patchouli heavy, tar note, maybe a coffee. Some people say leather, some people say animalic touch. And that fragrance has a lot of mint as well, dark mint. So that is a very dynamic fragrance and very much cold specific, like winter specific. But some of the other flankers, like Pure Shot, Pure Energy, and some of the Mugler Cologne, Ultra Zest, these, the colorful ones, they were built for summer. And then some of them also for winter, like Pure Havan, Pure Malt, Pure Tonka was very strong, and the leather and coffee, they're fantastic. But I feel the Beeman was kind of like underrated. It was nice, kind of spicy, sandalwoody take on Amen. So what you get from this is somewhere not really. It's kind of distant from its OG father, like original Amen. If you smell that, and you smell this, okay, on your skin, it smells very, very like the dry down or something in it, like the clary sage or the patchouli, something in it, or the dark chocolate they kept. But all the harsh notes or harshness of the tar, the animalic notes, sorry, the smell is very strong actually initially, so it's kind of triggering my the cold. So I'm keeping my arm away. So basically, this one, it came a long way. Like that feels like maybe 30-40 years of difference. So this is the modern day, like a very hybrid sort of like Tesla trucks and Cybertruck, whatever they make. And this feels like one of those modern day fragrances where they did not take so much risk. Okay, let me do the criticism, then we'll go to the positive side. So that thing, the its lack of that risk the Amen used to take, like even the dupes of Amen, like or pure malt, like animal, the amount of risk they took in their creativity put in there. They were saying this is our creation, and you have to admire us, understand us. We have our own mystery, like the X Files. These ones, the ultimate one, even the Crypto Mint or Ultra Zest, these are the era of Thierry Mugler, sort of like, or Mugler rather, going for something safe, like they want to sell and they want people to like it. It's not as strong, or Pure Tonka is different, okay. But the ultimate, sorry, the ultimate felt like it was, people says their worst release. I would not say it's a bad release, but when you take a look at Mugler releases, that one fell pretty flat. This thing doesn't fall pretty flat. This is better than that, okay, but still lacking a character. It's like maybe fragrances like modern day, like if you smell YSL myself, or some of the sweet, the sage based, some crowd pleasing, this is that. This is something built to sell. But at the price point of $30, it's ridiculous. I did it because I made a commitment. I pre-ordered this, so when it arrived, I had to buy, keep my word as gentleman, and it arrived pretty early, or earlier than I anticipated. So I had to buy a lot of other fragrance. I'll talk about one more soon. So this is for the price. It's absolute no go. Absolutely no. $130 for a Thierry Mugler. Come on, it used to be 65 or 55 pounds like these Mugler. So they significantly have increased the price of all designers. So, opening, I cannot say a positive thing about that. Go and pay this money to get this. Yes, you're a fanboy. You see it, you get tempted like me. You might pay the money if you have it. But on most part, people who are practical, I would not recommend you to buy this at this price point. Perhaps later, maybe 1 to 2 years down the line, the year end, you get a little bit like $75. Yes, makes sense. Next thing I would say, performance. The performance is okay. Performance is not bad. Thierry Mugler fragrances, they last. Even the fresh ones, they last. I got in mild cold weathers. Sorry, mild cold weathers. I got decent 6 hours, I would say, longevity overall on my shirt and skin combined. It lasts more on the shirt. Oh yeah, it's not the fragrance that's causing it, any specific fragrance or something. It's just my cold. So I'll try to finish it. And this perfume is definitely for younger people. Younger people means it does not have the darkness or the mysteriousness of the OG days. Okay, So if you're looking for that, you'll be very disappointed. It's a very modern day, newer sort of fragrances. Think of old days Toyotas, Lexuses. Okay, so I would say, if you are into the vintage style of Amen Thierry Mugler fragrances, this will disappoint you. But when you look at the modern day fragrances, like, even I will start with, like, my favorite, one of my favorite is Salvatore Ferragamo Vumo, Valentino Uomo Coral Fantasy, Azzaro Wanted, Perfume, these kind of fragrances. This perfume is pretty much in that family. It belongs in a sweet, chocolatey, a little bit mild coffee, like very nice, like a latte with caramel flavor or something. It has that. Okay, it has this sweet, easy go, Christmassy feel, and it's like, people who smell this, they say, "Oh, you smell nice, man. What is that?" You smell this like without looking at the bottle. I think when I smell this, I would imagine like this fragrance smells like many sweet fragrance out there with like, that candies, like Halloween candies. What do you call those candies? The red, white, and like those, the candy stick, sort of like, they have in USA. It feels like that. It feels like a candy. It feels like chocolate, and then that maybe a little bit of a lavender or sage play. Okay, and then the chocolatey and this little bit of a citrusiness somewhere there. It's a fresh gourmand, and it's not brand new. So it's a nice little addition, but it's not a must-have. Okay, if you're planning to buy this fragrance just for the star, like I did, I would say, yeah, it's worth looking at the bottle, stare at it like, oh, Milky Way, oh, meteorite, yeah, for that purpose, yeah, it serves the purpose. But when you wear it day to day, yes, but what makes you feel special, like pure heaven, when you wear that, and you wear something like pure coffee or pure leather or pure tonka, and you know that you stand out. This one doesn't have that quite the effect. So they moved away from the risk and they went for safe, trying to push for sale, but then again, it's not worthy at that retail price point, right? So positives and negatives. I think it's one of the nicer releases of 2024, because it maintains still it's some sort of glory, because it's not really like a dupe of something. Okay, so it props to that. They're still sticking to that Thierry Mugler, ish flanker. So from that perspective, it's still one of the better releases of 2024, but not at this price point. Again and again, I'll say this is a good fragrance. I'll give this overall 7 out of 10. Okay, for what this is, initial impression. Just the price point is just awful, just like some of the new ones, brand new ones. I mean, don't know why, right? So that's the review. Thanks for watching. And I would wear that somewhere in the transition period, like in a fall, early days of winter when it's breezy. It will project, it will move. High heat, this fragrance will die pretty quickly. So stay in the AC room. And let's say you're trying to be friendly with a girl. Okay, I'll tell you one other story before I finish. If, let's say, you are thinking to put this on, like to get a Lanvin Delhomme effect, like, wow, I'll impress the girl, she may like you as a friendly person. I'm not gonna say she's gonna friend zone you. Okay, how do I know this? I don't know. I'm just BSing. Okay, but I'm imagining stuff. But if you're going, I'm just imagining, like, if I smell this, like, I'm a girl, and then I smell this, I'm like, I'm not gonna go like, oh, my dress is just coming off slowly, and I'm just losing clothes very fast. No, this thing has an effect like, you are a nice, charming guy, you are a good conversation starter, you are a good person to have a coffee with, chit chat, and not friend zone quite, but the girls perhaps would like to know you. They'll find you handsome. Let's say you wear a cardigan in the winter time, and like one of those Montreal, or the deer or the moose on the t-shirt, with this, like nice little, knitting and stuff. And this feels like a very nice guy. It feels like a very neat guy, clean guy, maybe a little bit nerdy, and a little bit of like people who work on laptop in Starbucks. So this kind of people are safe, nice, and not really superhero. It's not Peter Parker, not Peter Parker, not Spider-Man. This character-wise, I would say, feels like Flash. Feels like Flash. Just coming, having his charm, kind of funny, or maybe who's the other one? The funny guy from Canada. Uh, oh man, I know that character. He was in X-Men. Anyway, so I like that guy. He was in the Proposal movie. Anyway, those you follow, you follow it. So this feels like a fun guy, funny guy who cracks jokes. This kind of person, a happy person. But if you want to take a guy like seriously, master, pure heaven, that does it. That's like the man. These are for younger folks. So 7 out of 10, not a bad, not a bad release, but it's like not wowed me. Just the star, it wows me. Thank you so much for watching. Let's do another list of few fragrances. Take care.